questions? Good. Sweet as. Good luck. Yep. Hey, the next thing it was safe with
set it to like 1 minute.
Am I going up there or something?
Yep, just going.
Oh shit. Oh, it's just away from here.
Yeah, you can go forward a bit. It's got
Do I have any headphones?
No.
Okay.
But you, I mean, this has got plenty of
Yeah.
forward.
So I don't want anyone here. Okay, maybe go stand here. Hello and welcome to Nomads' second home game of the season as they host Neighbours FC 2011. Both sides looking to pick up their first points of the season. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Oh, that's it. Couch here for throwing. Hopefully under pressure. Quick. Very much a new look FC side here from last season's team. Lost a few in the summer. Be a big year for them as they look to stay in their South Island League. Anderson shielding the ball in the corner. Pritchard looks to clear it away. McIntyre just can't get out of the pressure there. Throw on Nomads. Ball goes back to Regan Frame, one of the academy products of Nomads, making only his second or third start for the Nomads first team. McIntyre opening up, breaks down the line, gets to the byline, crosses, just too much on it. However, Johnson can save the ball in, keeper spills, falls to Fairley. Lopez out to Mitchell. Oakman looking to go forward. Interchanges with the midfield. Regan sweeping up. and clears it out. Throw on FC. Ball into Fairley, gets it down. And Gauchi with the interception. Good swooping up there from Bassnet. And goes out for a goal kick. Corner FC, they go short. Fairley opens out. And Gauchi looks to clear. McIntyre. Breakaway Nomads. Hitford can find Simpson. Bassnet trying to find forward. It does. Johnson might be on here. Cuts inside. And good recovery run from the defence from FC. Johnson can get a cross away. Hickford. And it goes to the keeper. Mounty throws it out. Wide left. And possession wasted by FC. Regan to restart the play here for Nomads. Pritchard. Pritchard entering his second stint with the club after a couple of seasons away. Ball cuts. Hickford just can't get onto it, and the ball falls to Mounty and goal. Bristol goes back out wide to Mitchell, who just comes back from winning the futsal championship with the Futsal Dragons. Fairley. Oakman. Yeah, Fairley on the ball, looking to make something happen. Ball falls to Pritchard. Bassnet. Out wide to Campbell, making his first start for the club. Joining us from Cash Tech, I believe, after spending final year in high school in Auckland, Sacred Heart. Peters looking forward. Bassnet goes long. McIntyre on the gamble, can't quite get it. Fairley picks it up, pressured by Anderson. Anderson making a rare start in the midfield today for the club, after spending the best part of a season or two playing centre back. Bennett with the throw. Pritchard does well. We get out, falls to Peters. He opens. Peters getting it long. Johnson can't quite get on it. Johnson, who's just committed to play college soccer in North America. I believe he's off to Vancouver later this year. Well done, Johnson. Pritchard. Bassnet goes long. Simpson looks to control, just can't get onto it. And Rimmer clears it away. Throwing on the far side for Nomads. Campbell plays it back. Peters looking for an option, and we'll go back to Pritchard. Pritchard playing centre half today. Been playing right back up until this point of the season. Accommodating Jacob Anderson's move into midfield. McIntyre breaking inside. Plays it through. Hickford onside. No, he's not. Hickford deemed offside there by the ref. Mitchell. Can't find it. Anderson picking up in the midfield, and he's looking to break here. Plays it down to McIntyre, who cuts it to Hickford. Good turn on the edge of the box. Hickford going into trouble there. He still got it, and FC are able to win it back. Looking for the counter-attack. Gauchi intercept. Peters spreads it out wide to George Campbell. Johnson looking to make things happen. He's done well. Done really well. Gets to the byline. Can cross. And well cleared away. Best net. Pritchard driving through, finds out wide to Gauchi. Gauchi, another product of the Nomads Academy. This came through the ranks as attacking midfielder / winger, and he's showed real determined breaking into the first team as a left back. Bassnet, meanwhile, breaking forward, can't get it away, and FC can regain position here. Rafie opening out. Long ball there from FC, looking like it might be seen out by Gauchi for a throw in the far corner. Into the wind there. McIntyre can't get his clearance away, and Paz heads it out. Another throw in for Gauchi. Paz on the ball there, number 10 for FC, one of their off-season signings. Rafie wins on the edge of the box there, causing some problems there for Nomads as Campbell clears it away. Mitchell can play it back to Mounty. Rimmer. Lopez Uribe gets players on the turn. And here's FC on the break here with Aldridge. Aldridge lining up Pritchard. He gets a clear and a great interception there from Bassnet. FC win the corner. Paz standing over this for FC. Away from McIntyre. Simpson can now break away for Nomads. Simpson. And great tackle there from Lopez. Wide to Rimmer. And intercepted there by Campbell. Ball falls back to Prestel as FC look to rebuild here. And just kicking it out there as FC have a man down in Feely, Nick Feely, with twin brother Will on the bench today. two summer additions coming across from Selwyn United. AFC falling to a late goal against Selwyn United last week as they lost 1-0, whereas Nomads fell to somewhat a heavy defeat to Cash Tech after leading early on in the game. But again, both looking for that first win or first points of the season. And Nomads throw it back to FC as the game resumes. Rimmer back to Bristol. Long ball over there, and it's got too much on it. Goal kick, Nomads. Nomads looking to build out here. Pritchard under pressure, gets it wide to Gauchi. McIntyre, another product from the Nomads Academy, entering his first season as a first team player for the club. Has done really well so far. And Nomads trying to play out of pressure there, have conceded a throw in. Bennett for FC to take. Rafie trying to flick on, and it'll go for a goal kick. Angus McIntyre making his debut a couple of weeks ago against Bays. Did very well and has forced his way into the starting 11 here. Great to see Nomads giving chances to youth. There's another product of the academy in goal, Frame. Gets it wide to Bassnet. McIntyre trying to get that through ball away. Can't get it away as the ball falls to Pritchard. Gets it wide to Gauchi, but too much on it. Throw in FC. Pritchard trying to get out of trouble there, as Pays does really well. However, goes out for a throw-in for Nomads. Hickford controls well, can get the ball turned, but no one is there. Lopez on the turn. Back to Bristol. Rimmer looking to build out from the back. Finds Fairley. Paz. And well pressed by Gauchi there. Bassnet across to Pritchard. Peters drops out wide. And Gauchi looks to cut inside. Unable to do it as Bennett kicks it out for a throw in for Nomads. Josh Peters there, number 14. Another academy graduate of the club, as he is playing, I believe, his 20th appearance for the club. Simpson on the turn. Another one that's returned after a stint away, Simpson. Hickford can play Anderson. Anderson looking for a penalty. Ref waves on. Ball in. Away from Bennett. Falls to Anderson and can't get his connection correctly there as he looks to the ref for a penalty, but game resumes.
Oscar, this is not automatic. We need to go quicker. Step on the ball.
Rimmer goes forward. Again, a long ball from FC. That's got too much on it. Ball falls to frame. Pritchard driving into the midfield there, and he does a through ball to Gauchi. Can he keep it in? He's done it. Gauchi with the ball in. Cleared away from FC. Only to as far as McIntyre. Anderson spreading it to Peters, who in turn does it the same. Again, bit of a sloppy start here for both sides. Can't quite connect the passes. Anderson looking to control the ball, control the game. Anderson can't find Seth Simpson. As you can probably see, there's a hefty wind going on at the minute as Nomads have attack cancelled out, but a lot of leaves blowing over on the field. Had a bit of rain overnight and this morning, but the sun is coming out. But there is a harsh wind that teams will have to adapt to. As Campbell on the far side crosses, switches the play to McIntyre. Has Gauchi on the overlap. Back to Anderson. Anderson spreads it wide to Campbell. Johnson just can't get that final touch of the ball there, but he's won it back well as he looks to beat Lopez and can't get the pass away. Trend here in the opening minutes of the game. Teams just can't get those passes going. Anderson looks long and it's cancelled out by Mitchell. Falls to Oakman. Press still getting it wide to Rimmer. Nope. Leaves it for Bennett. As Nomads look to press, but it's somewhat disjointed. Nomads needing to press as a team there. McIntyre, staffled out by Paz, finds Fairley. Here we go, here's a Nomads press. The FC have done well to get out of it, though it is a throw in for Nomads. Jacob Anderson nearing his 150th appearance for the club. An absolute incredible feat for someone who's played 8 years for the first team and he's only 23 years old. Oakman looking to make things happen on the far side, finds Rafi, and great interception there by Gauchi. Lopez clearing it up, gets it wide. Bennett looking for an option, plays it down. Fairley looking to get the bit of Pritchard. He does. Fairley. Once on the edge of the box here from Lopez. falls to.
Stand up!
There we go, Rafie with the shot. And frame ends up being a tame shot for a frame. Best net looking to start play for Nomads.
Gus, come wider.
Long from best net, but no one's there. Both teams really lacking that final ball there.
Yes. Simple, move the ball.
Prestel, good long ball over to the far side. Oakman can't control it as Nomads look to go and attack. Johnson can't quite get the bit of Mitchell there as FC look to start play through Rimmer. Great ball over top here, fairly isolating Pritchard, who does really well there. FC win the throw. Bennett with the throw for FC. And here's Johnson looking to spark a counter-attack for Nomads. He does get the ball over to McIntyre. He's got room to attack here. McIntyre with the switch back to Johnson. Can't get the ball down on his first try. Cuts inside. And it's a tame shot in the end by Johnson. Prestel looking to start play for FC. Out to Rimmer. And Rimmer sees a simple pass, go out for a throw for Nomads. Anderson. Gauchi. And there's Bestnet driving into the midfield. He's done well here. He's broken 2 lines and gets it wide to Johnson, who can first time. Can't get the bit of Mitchell, who wins a goal kick for FC.
Lloyd, pay the bet. He's got it defensively. Get across.
Prestel goes long. Oakman chasing, competing against Campbell. Campbell's done well to hold him up, but no, FC win the corner. Paz going over on the far side to take the corner. FC have got some size in the box there, but FC goes short. Rafie finds Fairley. Fairley gets a bit of Johnson, but can't get the better of McIntyre as Pritchard clears it away. Only as far as a shot for FC, and Frame is able to deal with it. Anderson can't get his pass away. McIntyre does well. Can feed Hickford, who gives it to Simpson, who shoots. That's tame in the end. Goal kick FC. Both sides just can't get the ball under control and play. A lot of long balls from both sides. Both teams lacking that final pass and that final third. Rafie for FC can chip it over. Campbell does well as he looks to reset for Nomads. Pritchard looking to beat that first line, and he's successfully chucked the ball over, but Bennett's first to it, who clears it out for a throw-in.
Dylan, try to save the ball on the pitch.
Anderson switches it to George Campbell. First time, does well, finds Johnson, crosses it, and Mountie can't quite control it. And there's a scramble in the box. Hickford can turn and shoots narrowly wide there for Hickford.
More.
Hickford doesn't need much of a chance to score normally. Sees his shot narrowly go wide. Bennett under pressure, but does get it forward, only to Pritchard. And Anderson keeping it simple. Peters under pressure and brings down Rafey. And it looks like Josh Peters will go into the book for the first card of the game.
It's not a switch up, it's a 2-8-2 search.
Looks like there's a few players FC standing over it, backing themselves. More players standing over the ball than in the box for FC. But it looks to be Rafey, who does get it wide to Paz. There's a great ball in there, cleared away from Anderson. Rafey looks to get a bit of Campbell, who does well. And Campbell can get the ball away, only as far as Mitchell. Mitchell sees his cross cancelled out. Lopez looking to control it again. Lopez, and a slip there. And here, Seth Simpson just can't get the touch away. Peters goes back to Campbell, who goes back to frame and goal. And Bestnet now looks to have swapped with Pritchard on the playing left centre back. Anderson looking to just try slow the game down a little bit. Does find a ball over the top to Simpson, who is through and can't get his shot away. Good pass, good run, just can't execute the shot. Goal kick FC.
Don't get sucked in too much. Oh, no, Trevor, no, it's you. Trevor forward, other side.
Rimmer. Long again. Aldridge is looking to get onto the end of it, and he does. Finds Fairley, who wins a foul on the edge of the box there. Paz standing over it for FC. As I've mentioned, FC definitely got some size in them. Mitchell, Rimmer, Prestel, all look to be towering over the Nomads defence there. Paz gets the ball in. No, can't beat the first man, Simpson. As Gauchi looks to start a counter-attack for FC. Hickford on the turn. Great switch over to McIntyre. McIntyre cutting inside and Rafi wins the foul. McIntyre looking for his first goal for the club. First team, that is. Hickford doing what he does best, dropping in, holding up the ball and feeding those through balls for their midfield runners. Rimmer beats Hickford. Simpson through ball to Hickford. Hickford looking to get the ball and can't keep the ball in play. Goal kick FC.
Oscar! Noah! Noah, you get on the ball, not aside! Slide across, Dylan. Slide across, slide across. Stay ball! Full speed!
It's good spell of position there from FC as the switch goes out wide to Paz. Isolating Gauchi, cuts inside. Gauchi still trying to press, and it ends up being a wasted pass from FC. FC really need to pick up that final ball if they want to be able to get any decent chances away. Flipped on for McIntyre to himself and can't keep the ball in play. Throw in with Bennett for FC. Bennett with the long throw. Pritchard heading it all. Lopez. Great pass to Paz, who gets the shot away, and Frame able to comfortably control that in the end as he plays out to Bassnet. Hickford looking for the foul, nothing given, and Paz able to rush the Nomads defence there. Acrobatic through ball for Aldridge, but looks to be swept up by Anderson. Gauchi can find McIntyre. McIntyre does well, but runs into trouble. Rafi wins it back for FC. Rafi looking to control the game in that midfield there as he captains the side for FC today. Bristol does well to beat Simpson. Finds Aldridge. Paz on the turn. Paz looking for the far winger on the left there, but unable to find it as Nomads are on the counter-attack. Johnson brought down by Lopez and wins a free kick. Caleb Johnson, forcing his way into the first team last year, and has really kicked on. And as I've previously mentioned, off to the States on a soccer scholarship. Peters, through ball, finds McIntyre. Oakman, and swept up by Peters. Pritchard gets closed down by Fairley, who is on the attack here. Pritchard sends it out for a throw-in. And Payers can't find the forward as Nomads look to regroup here. Nope. And McIntyre can't find Hickford on the left. Again, just sloppiness as both sides enter that final third. Bassnet out wide for George Campbell. Simpson, another player who's in his second tenure here at the club, joining us from Coastal Spirit for a 2-for-1 package with Luke Pritchard, both returning from their spells away. Here he is on the ball. Simpson, back heel, finds Anderson. Hickford, chip through ball. Prestel does well to clear it. Gauchi playing his 9th game for the club here. To the first team. As Anderson sweeping up, does well, finds Peters, who's under pressure. Pritchard dispossessed as Lopez looks to counter. Rafie holds off the challenge from Campbell. Lopez looks to cut the ball back, finds Fairley, and it's a good challenge here from Gauchi as Anderson finds Hickford. Hickford look for the through ball, he does, he finds McIntyre, who's got some space here to attack. McIntyre looking for some help here, finds it in Gauchi. Great touch from Anderson, but passes the ball out. A real trend here today. There's just some sloppiness in possession. A few balls getting kicked out, over kicked. And Lopez is going to have to get a stern talking to from the ref as he looked to slide in there, potentially with his studs up. I think that's what the talking to is. Luckily he didn't get the player, otherwise it could have been a card. Anderson looking to get things going for Nomads. Ball to McIntyre, does well to control it. Ball falls to Johnson on the edge of the box. Does well to beat a man, looks to beat a second, can't get the better of Mitchell, as Mitchell brings it out. Looks for the long ball, intercepted by Bassnet. Bassnet driving forward. Out wide to Johnson, who flicks the ball in. It's over Hickford, but McIntyre can cut it back and cleared away. However, only as far as Gauchi, who can send the ball back in, and it will eventually fall to the keeper, who volleys it. Only as far as Pritchard. Anderson wins the header. Simpson. Johnson can't get the better of Mitchell, who ends up clearing it away. However, the ball stays in. Campbell with the cross. Over, hits it, it falls to Gauchi, who will flick it in. And Fairley does well there. As 1 minute of stoppage time gets announced. Bennett looks to throw it in here. Won by Pritchard, falls to Fairley. Fairley gets forced back. No, FC look to reset. Well brought down by Bennett, however, can't keep it. And McIntyre looks to attack, finds Anderson. As the ref blows for half time here, it's 0-0. We'll be back for the second half. I'll come back in a moment. We good? Welcome back to the second half here, as Nomads host FC 2011, currently 0-0. Nomads making a few changes for the second half. Sees Seth Simpson go off, as well as Josh Peters, who was on a yellow card, and Spencer Gable coming on in the midfield, as well as Jacob Killick going on up top. Spencer Gable is the 6 coming on here in his second season for the club after arriving from Dunedin last year. Feely looks to attack early on. Campbell can clear it. Killick opens out to Hickford. And Paz looking to, dispossessed by Hickford. Away by Bennett. Bestnet heads off to Pritchard. Pritchard playing his first game at centre back this year. Ironically, in the matchday program today, calls his position as attacking fullback. I'm sure he's loving playing centre half today. Presto looking to build out, trying to get better of Killick. Does chip the ball away, but only falls as far as a blue shirt. Johnson once Gauchi looking for that overlap. Bennett first to it. Gauchi does well, but can't keep control of the ball in the end as FC win the throw. Hickford. Hickford wins the free kick. Second half has seen Hickford drop into that number 10 position, which sees the substitute Killick coming on, playing up top. Whereas Spencer Gable coming on for Josh Peters looks to be more of a like-for-like switch in the middle of the park. Anderson finds his way into trouble. Paz looking to break away here. Finds Feely. Good pressure from Bestnet. Declan Hickford over the top. Rimmer does well to clear it. Yeah, throw in Nomads. Killick can't control the ball as FC look to regain possession. Gauchi concedes a foul on Paz on the far side. Referee looks forward, away from Pritchard. Pritchard, whose occupation is a glass cutter. Favourite team is Spurs. Goes by the nickname Megamind. Long throw from Bennett. McIntyre does well. Gets it away. Killick gambles. He finds himself some space and looks for the chip. And looks for the key to be off his line. He's done well there. Much to Declan Hickford's complaints. Bennett goes forward. Pritchard. Anderson. Through ball to Killick. Killick looking for an option. Can't quite find Anderson on the return ball. Gauchi does well. Gauchi goes for a shot and does go out for a goal kick without testing the keeper. Bristol finds Aldridge. Rafie kicks it out. Killick holding up Bristol. Can't quite hold off the challenge. Ball falls to Campbell. Finds Hickford, who can turn and through ball, but just some disconnect there between Hickford and Killick. And they need to link up better if they're going to get through. Again, FC looking for those channels, the direct ball. However, they are playing into the win this half. They may need to rethink their options. FC looking to go much direct in the first half through those channels, as they have just done there. Thrown on the far side. Bennett looks to take again, who's showing signs of a good long throw on him. Gable can head away, only falls as far as Rafie. Mitchell goes for shot, and it's a tame one in the end. Goal kick, Nomads. Anderson can't get the return pass. Fairley on the break. Fairley spins. Anderson does well to win it. And the ball does go up for a Nomads throw. Pritchard. Probably didn't need it there. Had a man on his tail. Here we go. Nomads finding some real estate to attack. Johnson through ball to McIntyre. McIntyre connects inside. Finds Hickford on the edge of the box. Can't get that touch under control. Hickford looking for his third of the season. A very dangerous threat when he does get that half chance, at least, in the box. Hickford now clocking up to 30, close to 40 goals for Nomads. Been a prolific goal scorer at this level now for the best part of 5 years. Breaking his way into the first team at Selwyn before making the change over here. Hickford now on the turn. Finds Anderson. Beats a player. Anderson on the break. Looks for the switch. Finds Johnson. Again, that final execution lacking from Nomads. Gable looks to switch it out wide. Gauchi through to Killick. Killick just can't get on the end of it there. Throw in Nomads. Best net getting wide to Campbell. First time to Johnson. Johnson. And Pritchard. Wayward pass, but does find McIntyre. McIntyre cutting inside, goes out to the byline. Still got it, McIntyre, who does find Hickford on the edge of the box. Cuts onto his left. Finds himself in a tangle. Still got it, Hickford. Goes for the cross. And Mitchell clears it away. Away from Oakman. Looks to stay in here. There is that wind which FC have to deal with as it goes from left to right across your screen here. Campbell does find Hickford, who can turn and gets a tame shot away on his left peg. Fairley under pressure by Spencer Gable, and Fairley does lose it in the end. Anderson under pressure finds Campbell. Johnson does well. Attack Nomads, gets it wide, finds McIntyre. McIntyre eyeing up Bennett, cuts inside, gets a shot away, and narrowly too high, as there looks to be a substitute for FC. This will see Prestel go off. Prestel goes off, and Will Fairley on. So number 11 Fairley on with his twin brother Nick Fairley. That change looks to bring Sam Mitchell into centre half, John Oakman at left back. Nomads win a free kick, however Killick would have arrived with the advantage. Prestel coming off there, thought he did well for Nomads. It's going to the harder defence. Campbell whips the ball in, finds Hickford, brings it onto his right foot. Hickford, and it's a shot directly at the keeper in the end for Mountie. Mountie looking to get the breakaway, finds Will Fairley on the far side. Paz just living on the ball a bit too long there. Lopez out wide to Oakman. Johnson does well. Paz goes for a shot, and Regan Frame able to get behind it. Killick does well. Killick cuts it back to Hickford. Hickford on the 6-yard box has an open chance to bury it and just sprays it wide. Hickford, who normally just needs a half a chance, sees a really clear-cut chance go bigging, as there's a change for Nomads. Liam Thompson on, Caleb Johnson off. Liam Thompson making his 63rd appearance for the club. Had the year off last year, however back into the fold this year. A very direct runner of the ball. Fairley does well to break away. Does very well to break away from about 3 challenges there and sprays it wide to Oakman. Oakman can't get better of Thompson. Liam getting the better of Rafi, and the ball does go out. Mitchell clears it upfield. Campbell with the throw, goes long, finds Killick, who can turn Mitchell. Can't get through him though. Mitchell plays it Back to Bennett. And Mounty having to deal with a back pass there. Fairley does well to hold off the challenge from Campbell and Gable. Still got it. No, Campbell. And Campbell does well to win the ball and then win the free kick. As there's some exchange between Campbell and Rafey. Hickford. Oh, Hickford dancing on the edge of the box there. Again, the shot falls to his left peg. It's been about 3 or 4 now. It's fallen onto his weaker left foot. He'll be eager to just have a chance here, an opportunity. It falls onto his stronger right. And good close down by Thompson as there's another substitute here for FC. A double substitute. This will see Lopez come off and Sarachera on in the midfield, as well as Cody Reid coming on, number 18 there. Rafey is the other man off for FC. Thompson does well to win the free kick. Bestnet on the ball. Gives it wide to Campbell, who's seen a lot of action already in this first half. Liam Thompson eyeing up Oakman, trying to get the shot away. Cross away, I should say. Does. And potentially wins a corner. No, Campbell keeps it in. He'll cross it in. Rimmer away. Paz on the turn, trying to get rid of Thompson. Thompson showing his pace. And Nomads look to rebuild here. Hickford on the turn, plays it through, just can't find Killick on the run. Again, Hickford finding space and time to turn. Just either can't get the shot away or can't get the ball through to Killick, as Hickford does bring down Bennett on the far side and goes into the book with a yellow card. Declan Hickford, he's a Aston Villa supporter. His favourite player back in the day was Christian Benteke. Sure, he would like to mould his game around Benteke. And the FC player down on the far side there is staying down. It looks serious. As Bennett is lifted up onto his feet. And Bennett having to be hobbled off on the far side. Looks to be the end of his game. As Luke Foster is gearing up for FC to come on. Rimmer stands over the ball and slips as he tries to get the ball forward. However, it does fall to Sarachera, who can't get the through ball away. Gable opens out. He's hurried down. Bestnet looking for an option, finds Gable, who does well to get out of there as he spreads the ball out to George Campbell. Thompson finds Anderson. Anderson looking for an exchange with Hickford. Hickford can put the ball through to McIntyre and it's brought down in the box, and the ref has given a yellow card to Angus McIntyre on the far side there. That I could only assume is for diving. Something you don't see often, but good for refs to control that. Part of the game no one likes to see, as McIntyre, perhaps harshly, gets put into the ref's book for diving. Couple more changes here for FC. Sees John Oakman come off and Zhu Yong on number 2. And this will be the change, Foster coming on for the injured Bennett, who, as you saw, got helped off the pitch on the far side just moments ago. Nomads under pressure here as Fairley gets brought down by Campbell, but no foul given. Tullet, good control there. Can turn, does really well to get away and wins a free kick. Nomads under their first season under new head coach Matt Jansen, as he takes over from Andy Pittman, who's been at the helm for the best part of 4 or 5 years, I believe, as head coach at Nomads. Jansen looking for his first win. I'm sure it won't be long until he sees it. However, FC looking to change that, as FC win a free kick on the far side. And actually looks to be in the box. Penalty FC. Did look like outside the box to me, however, the ref has given a penalty. Nomads will feel like they've been very harshly done there. It does look very far on that far side. I struggle to believe it was much inside the box. However, Paz, he's got the ball in hand and he's ready to look to put FC in the lead here. For today, both teams were at the bottom of the table on 0 points. Someone's going to come away with a point at least today. FC looking to make that 3 as Paz steps over the ball. Paz sends frame the wrong way, and FC go 1-0 up here at Tullet Park. Well, Nomads probably have had the best part of the chances in this half, just haven't been able to bury them, and FC looking on that breakaway, those long balls through the channels that for the best part haven't paid off. However, one time they have got through, it looks to be one of their forwards getting brought down in the box. Nomads will feel unlucky here, but they find themselves 1-0 down. Angus McIntyre making his way off. On comes Luca McLeod-Watts. That's it. Nomads need to lift the intensity here. Here's McLeod Watts getting the ball out wide. Killick does really well to spin. However, he is surrounded by 5 white shirts. Anderson gets it out to Gable. Finds Hickford. Hickford can't get the cross away. And Fairley gets dangerously brought down by George Campbell, who has been given his marching orders. A red card for George Campbell. Potentially a harsh red card there. However, George did have his foot high and did clip Fairley, which perhaps the ref did think was intentional. But George Campbell being shown his orders as he gets red carded. Nomads 1-0 down here, and now they'll find themselves 1 man down.
Can't go on the bench. Can't go to the bench.
And assistant coach Dan Eade has just been given a yellow card as well for what I must believe is dissent. AFC, the newcomers to the South Island League, having been promoted from the Canterbury Championship last year, won their playoff match against Roslyn last year to enter this league. Maybe looking at their first win in the competition. Gable under pressure here from FC and has lost the ball. And McLeod Watts fouls Saluchera. Sam Mitchell standing over the ball. As mentioned earlier, back from winning the futsal national championship. He'll be a leader of this pack here as he sends the ball in. Going against the wind, holds up. Watts, McLeod gets it away. Hickford, through ball, cut out by Foster. And there just looks to be a bit of intensity, has switched up a notch after that goal. Anderson goes down, but too softly, says the ref. Gauchi on the ball. And the ref holds up play as Payers is down on the far side and requires attention.
Richard.
Substitute here for Nomads about to happen. Yaqub Abdi gonna be making his way on. Be his 12th or 13th appearance for the club. Yet again, another player who's been brought up through the academy at this club. And it looks to be Lorenzo Gauchi potentially coming off. Yep, Gauchi is off on the far side. Abdi coming on. Looks to go over to left back. Unsure what Nomads are doing in terms of shape at the minute. Now they're down to 10 men, having lost their right back, George Campbell.
Go to back! Go and leave, go to work! Hold. Shift the ball now, shift the ball. Other way! Take it forward!
Thompson with this cross in, and Rimmer clears it away just in time as there was an on-running Killick ready to tap away. Ball gets thrown in. Watts McLeod. Back to Bassnet. Bassnet can't get that forward ball. However, the ball does drop to Abdi. Nomads looking to make something happen. Ball in from Abdi. Away from Rimmer. Gable. Gable out wide to Abdi. Abdi can't get the better of Fairley. However, Nomads still on possession here. Sarachera trying to go through. Abdi wins it. Out wide to Killick. Killick goes back to Bassnet. Bassnet showing less of his long range passing that he exerts very regularly I should say. Perhaps that's what Nomads need as they look for an equaliser here. And the ball goes out as Nomads perhaps feeling the pressure. The result here would cement Nomads at the bottom of the table. Whereas a win for FC would do them the world of good as they move off the bottom of the table. Good play here from Nomads. Anderson looking to make something happen. The captain. And perhaps trying too much. However, it does fall to Pritchard. Thompson cutting inside. Thompson finds Anderson. And Declan Hickford goes down at the edge of the box and wins a free kick. And
holding his foot. He had his foot right underneath him. It's not rugby.
Jacob Anderson standing over it. Jacob Anderson can't get it over the wall, but is able to get the second phase. Abdi. In from Watts McLeod. Potentially handball, nothing's shown. And Mitchell kicks out for a corner kick.
We know, Taylor.
That Liam Thompson on the far side, crossing it in. Back post and falls to Killick. Can't angle his header on target. Goal kick FC. Again, these are the chances Nomads need to be taking. They've had their fair share. They've got to bury one. However, the changes have seen their most prolific goal scorer, Declan, playing deeper. Perhaps not what they need as they're chasing a goal. Great challenge from McLeod Watts. Pritchard intercepts it. Does well. And will play it through to Thompson, who can't get the ball under control. Mountie looks to go long. Ball holds up in the wind. And it does stay in. Aldridge does well to keep it in. Payers on the ball, looking to attack. Does well to beat Bassnet. Out wide to Aldridge. Aldridge in. Abdi heads it away to Bassnet, who's on the counter here. Looks long. Fairly can't get his interception under control as Thompson looks to beat him. Thompson twisting and turning. Needs some support. Doesn't find it. Goes for cross. And it's away. But only as far as the edge of the box as Nomads regain possession. In from Killick. Thompson turns. Gets a shot away. But blocked. FC can't get the ball out of danger here as Gable looking to go forward. Throw in Nomads. Bassnet. Falls to Anderson. However, no FC can clear. Pairs on the break here. Looking to get position. Beats off Abdi. Can't get through Bassnet, who does well there. Bassnet to bring it forward. And Bassnet brought down there by Sarachera, who goes into the ref's book with a yellow. Sarachera needing attention. Next week, Nomads are away to Christchurch United, who narrowly got through a win last night to Selwyn with 2 goals in deep into the 90th minute, 93rd and 94th minute, I believe. 2 goals were scored as Christchurch United saw out Selwyn. So a tough game next week for Nomads. Whilst FC 2011 host Coastal Spirit at Avonhead Park. Pritchard looks to get the team going. Thompson dispossessed. Gable looking to clean up. Pritchard finds Thompson. 1-2. Well defended by Fairley. Pairs. 1-2 of Aldridge, but just too much on it. Throw in Nomads. Gable. Back to Watts McLeod, who sees himself as an auxiliary right back as Nomads play of 10 men. Abdi can't get the ball under control and is dispossessed by Reed, who can play it forward to Paz. Great 1-2. A slip from Reed. Sees Killick able to clean up for the Nomads. However, in turn is dispossessed. However, is deemed to be fouled, much to FC's disappointment, as another yellow card is shown. This time to Sarachera. Abdi on the far side finds McLeod Watts looking for some interplay with Killick. Can he get on the? He does get on the end of the ball. Can't get the switch going as Fairley intercepts. Counter attack here for FC. A switch out to Paz. Pritchard looking for some support for Nomads. He does find it. Pritchard does well to intercept. Thompson goes forward. Rimmer able to head the ball from danger. Paz looking to get under control. Can't get the better of Gable. Nomads really throwing it forward here now. Pritchard looking for an option. Ends up going wide to Thompson. Looking to get the better of Fairley. Finds Anderson. Anderson out wide to Abdi. Abdi can't get a connection on that cross. And FC have numbers forward here. There's Aldridge up against Pritchard. Gets the better of Pritchard. However, Aldridge can't get his shot to come across to anyone. Frame throws it out to Thompson, who gets the better of Paz. Thompson through. Hickford wanting it. Offside. However, the shot was off target anyway. About 3 minutes of regular time to go. There's the Nomads. 1-0 down here. Sarachera does really well. And he keeps going. Evades about 3 challenges before finally swept up from Abdi. Here we go. Gable finds some space to attack. Through ball to Hickford. Hickford on the turn. And away from Mitchell, who just rushes his own play and loses the ball. FC really need to somehow get hold of the ball. They're finding themselves under an incredible amount of pressure despite being a man up here. Nomads are throwing the men forward. If FC can just connect on the counter-attack, that'd be away flying, as Nomads really are throwing everyone forward. Hickford goes down, trying to look for a free kick or a penalty from the goalie. Mounty in goal, kicks it forward. Paz can't control. Again, FC can't control the ball up top, just inviting pressure. Paz out wide to Aldridge. Thompson having to get back to B, also do his right back duties. And Thompson brings down Fairley. Nomads need to keep their heads here. Couple of silly fouls, couple of silly passes, as FC really looking to manage the game now, kill the clock. Mitchell standing over it. Mitchell, perhaps too much on it as Regan Frame deals with it well. Looks to kick it up, but too much height, not enough distance there as the ball falls to Fairley. Fairley gets the better of Thompson. No, great challenge from Thompson. Ando can't get the ball back to Thompson as Fairley kicks it out. All to play for here, as we're about to enter extra time. Both teams started the game on 0 points. Anderson trying to just get the switch going, but looked to be picked up by the wind. Pritchard. Pritchard out wide to Thompson. And Thompson can't get his foot on the ball as his head drops. Paz under pressure. Will Fairley passes on to Sarachera. Will Fairley getting the ball back, and Will Fairley has numbers in the box here. Fairley can cut it back to Paz. Paz doubles the lead for FC. FC are looking at their first win as a South Island League team. As Nomads stare at another defeat. Nomads, who have been playing well this year, just have no results to show it, as they look at themselves 2-0 down against newly promoted FC 2011. As the ref just moments before lifted up the time for extra time to be added on, I believe it was 7 minutes. So Nomads have 7 minutes to rescue the game. Thompson on the attack. Thompson. Falls to Anderson, who can turn. Falls to Luca. Luca Watts-McLeod sees the shot over. Oh, FC really taking their chance earlier. They needed to connect one of those counter-attacks eventually, and they successfully did so as they doubled the lead. Things just haven't fallen right to Nomads today. A few half chances have dropped, especially Declan Hickford, who's been able to hit the target, and not helped by the red card early in the second half to George Campbell. As FC, another player needing treatment. It always intrigues me how teams always seem to have soft tissue injuries when taking the lead in the game. Sure, there's no correlation there. Finn Mounty in goal, looking to get the ball forward. And it looks to go straight out. Pritchard looking to get the ball in play quickly. Finds Gable. Has it back. And away from Nick Feely. Must be the next set of twins to have taken the field at this level, since the Schwartz brothers did so at the heart of defence for Cash Tech for so many years. That is Will and Nick Feely for FC. Mitchell, forward, headed on by Thompson as Watts-McLeod goes direct. Hickford's half shot or pass falls calmly to Mounty in goal. Nomads looking to go forward, intercepted by Reed, who does well. Feely evades Thompson, who is able to block the pass forward. And Thompson looking to give the ball back to Feely, who ducks out of the way. Obviously didn't want to take the throw on. And Bassnet working hard. Bassnet, the centre back, moving forward into the forward line as they chase at least something from the game. Gable finds Watts-McLeod. Abdi Sends it through. Hickford goes down. Ref waves on. Thompson with the cut. Hickford's shot falls to Mountie. Hickford just unable to really test the keeper today, as Will Fairley breaks away, and a great challenge there from Pritchard, as SC were almost staring at a third goal. Killick with the cross over to Hickford, however looks to go out, and Mountie in goal leaves it. Hickford working hard to bring the ball back into play. Pritchard goes forward. Can Thompson find it? He's got Feely on him. He does well, Thompson. Can he get the ball in? Anderson looks to flick it on, and it's taken away by Foster. And who himself can't keep the ball. Nomads on it again. Anderson needs some urgency there. Finds Hickford. Hickford goes for a deep cross there. Bassnet, the man who was the intended target. And Mountie kicks the ball straight up the pitch. Nomads can regain here. Not many moments to go, or opportunities for Nomads to grab something from this game, as Abdi looks forward, finds McLeod Watts, evades a challenge. Anderson finds Hickford. Hickford working hard there. Paz does well to bring that down, and he will get the switch over to Aldridge, who will take the ball. Looks for Sarochera on the run. Can't do so, as Nomads kick the ball out. Paz living on the ball on that far side there. Brings in Will Fairley, who can only dribble it out of play. Abdi with the throw, takes it quickly. Anderson. McLeod Watts. Looking for options, finds Abdi. Anderson finds Bassnet. Killick goes down, looking for a free kick. Ref waves on, and the ref awards a free kick to FC. Just hasn't fallen to Nomads today. Few calls gone against them. Few half chances wasted. And FC about to most likely get their first win of the season. Paz brings it down, ball goes out. Luke Pritchard driving forward, finds Thompson. Gable sends the ball in, Bassnet looking for it. And Hickford's worked so hard today, playing a lot deeper than he would usually. But final ball wasted from Nomads, as heads now do start to drop. And ref blows the final whistle. FC 2011 grabbed their first win of the season for 2-0 win over Nomads. Thanks.